Well, pleasant Saturday hello to you guys. Welcome in. So very nice to see you. We're down here on the ground, Washington County, getting ready to make another, maybe not a full leg, but a little bit more progress on our westbound heading here on our retracing of the Flight of Passage route featured in the well-known story from Rinker Buck. That's on. Okay, good. Let's make sure these need to be off. And yeah, everything else is good. Let's prop the engine and get going here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hop back inside and give a little bit of throttle. Mags can come on. And let's see how we do. Oh, so close. Give a little more throttle here. I do have the fuel on, don't I? Yes, I do. Fuel is on. And now I'm flooded. Ah, shoot. Okay, so... remember, I think we turn fuel off. Is that our flooded procedure? I'm trying to remember now. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Fuel, I think we go fuel off, and I think we just, we prop it a few times here.
Hello. Test, test, test.
Try to... There we go. Good as can be. See, the key is to just throw a ton of fuel just all over the engine. In fact, if I had a can, I could just pour it in like maple syrup on a pancake, and then that thing fires right up. Eric, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Again, a little bit of a it's kind of well, it's definitely planned yet unplanned. So I'm trying to get my route information updated here, and having a hard time. I realize I still have an old route in from earlier here, but we are VFR westbound from Washington County here to East Richmond is the goal. We're not going to probably make it all the way to East Richmond, though. Let's see. The ICAO codes Kilo Alpha Foxtrot Juliet. And we're going to take Romeo Echo Delta, or sorry, Romeo India Delta as our East Richmond airfield. We don't know if that's exactly where they ended up, because I kind of feel like the airfield that they ended up was is no longer really there. But this one here is as close as I could find to what they described in the book. So here we go, guys. Pretty straightforward. Again, just we're just westbound along the turnpike here. Kind of hard to see, but it's I think I-70 or I-70. Yep. So we're just going to kind of follow it. The wind is favoring a departure westbound, so we should be able to just go straight out. Now the tricky part for us is that there's a couple of controlled airspaces here, and we're going to have to navigate things, because we actually have some ATC in the area. So the Zanesville airspace here is an Echo, and so you know, that's one that's controlled. I think we'll probably just make a CTAF call on that one there. just to get through. I think technically you would contact center on that, but you know what, I could be wrong. But Columbus is going to be one that we're going to have to probably do some navigational work here, and we could either contact them and request just transition through the airspace, or what I'll probably do is aim down here for like Rickenbacker, and that in and of itself is a delta, which we have to be above 3,000. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There's just a few things we got to kind of navigate around, but I can't really find any great ways to do it here. So we'll kind of hit Buckeye Lake, and then we should be able to, off of Buckeye Lake, we should be able to you know, kind of just essentially stay south of the city is what I'm trying to do here. For us, I guess westbound would be 4,500, so that would be the highest we have to climb. And then if we can wrap around the city, there's Bolton Field here, which is a Pac-Man shaped delta, and what is it? It's 3,400. Yeah, so for 4,500 at this point, we should be good to go. Then we can pick the turnpike up again, head towards Springfield. We'll have a little lake here, and then this is Dayton, and Dayton is another, you know, this is a Charlie. So, you know, I would anticipate, hopefully, I don't know, but if we can get to Springfield Lake, then we can maybe. You notice that we've got a little multi-laned highway that comes down south here. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for the Wright-Patterson airfield, and then from here it's going to be tricky. Maybe this little Dahio Trotwood would work for us. But we have to be down here now below 2,400, so we'll get up to 4,500, then we'll kind of get back down and get a little closer. Excuse me, to the ground. But again, I don't anticipate us making it all the way to Richmond. They stayed in a place, they described it as an airfield on the eastern side of Richmond, which this is the city of Richmond, and this is about as east as I can find. Again, the strip that they stayed at was a Stearman field, and so is grass, and it was probably just a farmer's field, and it's probably not even there anymore. But there's quite a story of them staying at Richmond versus their visit with Hank the Stearman man back in Carlisle. But anyway, that's the whole thing here. This is every bit of 4 hours. I don't quite have 4 hours tonight to fly, but I'm going to try to go as far as I can. You could, Eric said I could use the Pittsburgh TAC for the first 20 miles or so. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Honestly, the more I fly this thing, the less I'm concerned about tracing their route exactly how they did it, because as I reread the book, I noticed that they did a lot of stuff where they were just sort of flying around and like they were buzzing up and down the river and waving at tugboat drivers, and they were finding tractors in fields and going down low and waving at them. And I'm at the point in the book where they're in Texas and they're throwing moon pies out at the prairie dogs, and so they didn't really fly exactly in a straight line. And this part of their journey was pretty straightforward. They said kind of like everything ran pretty much east and west, and they just tried to stay westbound. So if we don't exactly end up, where they did, I mean, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'm just gonna essentially fly until I'm out of gas, and then we will, then we'll find a place to land. That'll probably be about right for me, because I am on barbecue duty today. So, all right, let's see here. Is this my westbound runway? I think it is. Runway Runway 27, yes indeed. So I won't need all that. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is just come up here to this intersection here and just depart westbound, if that's all right with you guys. Yeah, they were not GPS direct in any way. 2.5 to 3 hours max. Yeah, I think they mentioned in the book, and again they weren't in a stock J-3. They were in a a PA-11, and they had made some modifications to it because they essentially rebuilt the plane. They took it apart in the winter and completely rebuilt it. So there were some I think some modifications that they were able to make. And anyway, where am I going? I gotta turn around, don't I? Yep, right behind me here. Right hand turn. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I think you're right, Eric. I think that's about what I'm gonna try to do. Which I don't know how far that'll get us. That may not even get us because we've got a 9 to 17 mile an hour headwind today. So that may not get us even halfway there. I don't know. Altimeter 29908. Let's go ahead. We'll set that. And roughly. Yeah, and that's about Washington County is about, yeah, about 1,200. Yeah, 1,184. So again, climb to 4,500. That's kind of our most important thing here, and then rock and roll from there westbound. And we'll just try to see if we can, I don't know, pick up our typical rivers and lakes, and there's plenty of lakes along the way. So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of see how we do. The first town that we come across is Wheeling, and I'm gonna just set a little marker there, and if that holds out, this first leg should be about 23.5 minutes. So yeah, let's do it. Enough chit-chatting. Let's go flying. Oh, I do need to stand by. I do need to put some CTAF on here, since again we are the US is flat out lit up today, and I have to imagine that it's because of across the land, which is way cool, but it means we do need to talk to people here. Although I don't suppose there's going to be very many people flying out of Washington County right now. However, we can go here and we can, let's see, where are we? We could be monitoring, yeah, we're up here at Pittsburgh. Oh, the one airspace that doesn't have anybody right now. But let's pull Indy Center up, 28225. We'll monitor him. Hopefully I won't blast your eardrums out here. Make sure we get our comms all situated. 225. There we go. Monitor. Nice. Washington County Cub, November 11816, is taxiing for departure runway 27 from intersection Alpha, Washington County. Windows down because it's warm, and I like to rest my elbow out on the dash, or the side there.
Western Global 158, Indy Center, hello, climb maintain level 360.
Washington County traffic, Cub 816 is departing 27 at intersection Alpha, Washington County. Whoa, boy, there's a bit of a breeze, my friends. Yeah, the tail's already flying. Let's do this. I did have the junior first officer sit down and fly this plane a little bit. He was really eager to do some flying, and I found it kind of strange. It was the first aircraft that he had flown with the with my joystick, because I was using it as the, you know, my T1600, my Thrustmaster, and he did not like the side stick. He likes the yoke and two hands on the wheel, and he really struggled with it. It was kind of interesting. But so I threw him in a 152, and he had a lot of fun. Alright, 24 will be good. We're climbing, climbing, climbing. Monitoring, monitoring, monitoring. Just for a little chatter. Yeah, Eric, what a great recommendation, my friend. Thank you so very much for
420 contact Indy Center 120 start correction 128.07.
for queuing me in. I mean, there's a pretty good chance I would have discovered it. Whoops, a little bit. I would have discovered it myself, but it would have been much later. Ooh, I just clicked off my screen and kind of lost control there for a second. But I'm very, very happy. Like, I don't think I would have probably picked it up as quickly as I had if it didn't get the 524 Echo Alpha stamp of approval, if you know what I mean. So 10 minutes later, I don't know, buddy. I was focused on different things, and is this our here we go. This might be our divided highway, guys. Hey, Sim, Mr. Egan is coming in with a nice raid. Welcome, you guys.
Sylvie the bat.
Peter, how are you? Mr. Egan, how are you? Very nice to see you. Vixter, what's up? Welcome to Washington County. I think we're still in Pennsylvania, kind of western Pennsylvania. We're trying to make our way towards East Richmond. We're retracing the famous flight featured in the story. There's our interstate highway. Featured in the book Flight of Passage, written by Rinker Buck. And we were just talking about how Beaver 524 Echo Alpha cyber bullied me into buying this plane. I'm doing well, Peter. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream today. I have my son and his wife and the 2 grandkids here, and it's just been non-stop action, if you know what I mean. Everybody has a cold, and so emotions are high right now, right? Cold Nebo, what's going on? But anyway, if you are a fan of general aviation and low and slow, and you don't already have this, do me a favor. Skip your next trip to McDonald's and spend that $17 on this aircraft, because you will not regret it. Highly recommended. Yep. It like we said, it gets the 524 Echo Alpha stamp of approval there, and Melvin Leroy gives it 5 ale horns out of 5. So you wanted to do this flight this year? Yeah. Peter, I'll share something with you, my friend, and I've done a fair amount of research, and it's still a work in progress. If you will private message me your email, I will share a Google Doc that I am working on that has the details as close as I've been able to ascertain on this flight. And yeah, what I've basically done is tried to break it up in each. So this is the 3rd stream that I've attempted to do here. And each stream that I do, I try to go from one fuel stop to the next, basically. So if we were able to make it all the way to East Richmond, that would be the end of their first day. They wanted to get to Indiana on that first day, if you remember right, from New Jersey to Indiana. And so it's taken us 3 streams to get as far as they got in one day. That kind of shows you how hard they flew. And we're not even probably going to get there in this stream, just because I think I probably have about 2 hours to stream before I'm going to be needed elsewhere. But anyway, yeah. Oh, you've got some stuff also. Oh, I would love to collaborate with you, Peter, because what I'm kind of doing is just putting the finishing touches on. I've got the basic route, but I'm just sort of putting some finishing touches on things. But yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Mooney. So I would love to collaborate with you. Oh, guess who forgot to start the timer? If you're gonna do these kinds of flights, then you need to actually like hold the heading and keep a timer too. So that's it's important. We're not doing either of those right now. All right, what did we say? We're looking at, and we're not doing. Yeah, we're doing 65. I'm gonna change my speed here. So about 26 minutes is what we're thinking to get to our first city, which is Wheeling. And again, we just left Washington, Pennsylvania. We're trying to climb to 4,500 to stay above the class deltas that are scattered throughout the area here. The first one we actually have coming up is right here at Wheeling in about 20 minutes. So anyway, but yeah, Vixter, this is a cool plane. Let me do this. Like we got to do it justice, right? Still hoping somebody will take the time to do a proper flight of passage livery for it, because the flight of passage was red and white. It was actually more white than red that they did there. It wasn't your typical Piper Cub yellow and black. But this one here is it's a fair representation, so I like it. Scotty Bob created a livery that is an exact replicant of the original. Well, hello, Mr. Mooney. I'm going to have my people get in touch with your people. And, yeah, buddy. All right, we'll be talking. We'll be talking. I knew somebody out there had to be doing something. Yes, that's right. We'll do lunch. I actually have been on the forums. I've been making a couple of suggestions. I personally think the engine sounds are a little too soft. I think like this should be a little louder. I don't know about if it's what it is for you guys. I could turn my sim up a little bit, but
United 616 traffic. No factor.
I kind of think that the sounds could be a little louder. But the other suggestion that I made in the forums is I said it'd be cool if you could build a water bag to put, you know, between the wheels, because as you guys, if you've read the book, you'll know that the water bag is basically a character in and of itself. And I won't give it away if you've not read the book, but the water bag is an important part, a little bit of frustration and a little bit of humor at the same time. But I just told him, I'm like as cool as the little door flopping in the wind is, I'm like, how cool would it be to see like a water bag with a little canvas handle flopping, you know, and you could simulate, you know, the water evaporation. So I don't know how much water it held, but I actually have been trying to research to figure out what it looked like, and I can't find even pictures of what a Piper Cub water bag even looks like. So, but I don't know. I threw it out there. Okay, here we go. Peter Mooney's sharing stuff. Yes, my friend. Yes, 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 1,000 times yes. Okay. All right. It had to, right, Mr. Egan? Because I mean, it's water. Like it's liquid, just like the fuel in your, you know, in your engine or in the fuel tanks is going to move around a little bit, right? It just had to. But Eric, by the way, Peter, if you don't know Beaver 54 Echo Alpha, he is a great friend of the stream. His name is Eric. He's one of those crazy Norwegians that never sleeps. And he is just a fantastic aviator, outstanding streamer, content creator, and an even better guy. And he would if you could talk Scotty Bob into sharing with anybody, I would say for sure he would be one that I would share with. He is he's a de Havilland DHC2 Beaver aficionado, and so naturally we clicked right away. But yeah, also an educator, and again, content creator, and just yeah, all around good guy. So Eric, this is Peter. Peter, this is Eric, and yeah, we'll work a trade somehow. We'll do something. Yeah. As you say, we'll do lunch. I would tell you, Peter, if there was only one copy to distribute, it actually should go to Eric and not me, to be honest with you. But yeah, community is drooling. It's interesting because when you go to the CAS Discord, like I feel like they're aware of the book, but I think that they feel like since it wasn't a J-3, it was a PA-11, that it was like not, like it's just not that big of a deal to them, which I get, I understand that. But if I understand, and I'm not again, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not a Cub guy. I'm slowly becoming a convert because of this plane, but I'm not really a Cub guy. But from what I've read and researched, that the PA-11 is essentially a J-3 frame with just a different power plant, basically, like a little bit more, a little sportier. He'll take the remains. Well, I guess I wish for a couple things, honestly. I wish that there was a paint kit for this plane, and I've done a couple of liveries, but I've never done one for Microsoft Flight Sim. Hey, Brett. Good afternoon. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to adjust my times one more time because we're not even doing 65 at this right now. So this, my new estimate to wheeling is going to be about 27.8 minutes. Been going about 8 minutes right now. Slightly more, but practically the same. And I think the key, right, Eric, is that they're the same. They're the same shape, right? It's not like a Savage Cub that's been stretched out a little bit. Is the ATC distracting, guys? Because I can turn it off. Because I know that's a big deal when you're making a livery, is you need the fuselage to be, you'd like the fuselage to be at least close. You like it? Okay, good. I like it as well. I think it's awesome. So much of the country is active right now. I did see that there is a 7 hotel livery for the, I think it's the Savage Gravel, one of the Savage Gravel variants, and it looked awesome. It really did. But that Savage is, that thing's got like a, it's got like a monster engine in it. It might even be like a carbon Cub.
Low rate market tonight. GPS 151, roger, runway 35 left, instead of maintain 6,000. 35 left and 6,000. The movable altimeter is 29er. American 1019, contact Washington Center.
Alright, well, we're 4,500 plus, so at least if we wander a little bit, we're going to be above any class Delta at this point in time. And then again, our main concern here is the Columbus airspace. So we're going to try to be over Wheeling and kind of over Zanesville again. Zanesville is an echo. M. Stein, what is up, Mike? And then we're coming in. We may, as we get close to Columbus, that might be a good place for us actually to stop and get fuel. What does it say here, Rickenbacker? It is so there's just getting to holy cow. I don't know, just getting to kind of this area here is going to be 2 hours. I may be stopping in Zanesville. But great to see you guys. Again, I hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome in. Feel free to join anywhere along the way. You can pick me up on the way through. And Mike, yeah, we'll be getting close to your neck of the woods, won't we? There's a little loading pause.
Papa Tango for right now, maintain flight level 350.
I'm going to set it at about 22. I think if we're even close to 70 knots, at this altitude especially, we're doing good.
Yeah, maintain flight level 350 is your final traffic overhead going to JFK.
Copy, roll maintain 350, 750 Papa Tango.
Easy Delta 2867, sir.
So by my estimates, this should take us approximately 20 streams to get all the way out to California. And again, that's if everything goes perfectly, which this stream right now is already going to be split into two just because of time. So a couple, like two dozen streams, I think, should get us there. And I'm really interested when we get closer to you know, the New Mexico area, just to see how this plane kind of handles the high altitude, the density altitude, the winds, and all that good stuff. Again, that's one of my favorite parts of the book, is just how they almost had to surf that pass. They had to time it up just right. They made a couple runs at it, and yeah, just a really interesting portion of the book. But again, that's where that PA-11, and again, I think they had, like, this is all engine talk that I don't understand, but something about boring out the cylinders a little, and I think they had got themselves a few more horses than a normal PA-11, but because there were a few spots in the book where they were talking about doing 120 across the ground, and I'm like, it's not me. But Peter's, yeah, the most exciting part of the book, which is why you disappointed, looked like there was no point, which is why I was so disappointed when it looked like there was no point in doing it. I don't know, man. I think, yeah, I just think it's, we've talked a lot on just in this little community about how best to approach this series. And oh, wait a second, here we go. All right, sorry. Peter was talking, oh gosh, I missed it. Yes, sorry. Where you went off the rails in your planning was when you got to the mountain pass. As far as you can see in the sim, you're flying along to the south with the mountains to your right, and when you get to the point where you would turn right, you just keep going south another 20 miles, and the mountains peter out, and you can just hang a right, head west. Yeah, I'm going to have to dive into it a little deeper myself, Peter. And I'm sorry I didn't see that up above, but yeah, that's going to be the most interesting part for sure. And I think I'm going to dive into. I've got a little bit of information from some topo maps of the area. And I think we can narrow down where the pass is. and then we can figure out, you know, how to get through it. But the other part that, like, the other reason why I'm not so super concerned about flying exactly as the same route as the boys is that, like, their weather was different. You know, they had some thunderstorms that caused them to divert, you know, kind of south of their intended course and then north, and then, like, there was one day in Texas where they stopped, instead of going to Abilene, they stopped in Albany. And I mean, so yeah, I don't know. The book Cold Nebo is called Flight of Passage by Rinker Buck. Eric, yeah, I need to strap on the altitude here. There you go. Very, very highly recommended read, Cold Nebo. This is coming from a guy that's not a book reader guy. I don't like to read, so. Alright, I think we might be at Wheeling already. This looks a little like Wheeling because there's a river that's running right by. So we're actually doing good. We're making good. We got to Wheeling in 16 minutes, and it said it was estimating 28 minutes. Interesting. Okay, very good. That's a good thing. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to reset. And yeah, it's a must read. That, I mean, there's a few, right? Like that, and Fate is the Hunter is another one. Yeah, there's just a lot of those that are, if you like doing the kind of flying that we like to do, for sure. Alright, so New Jersey. Them boys that flew out from New Jersey. So I think the whoops, we want to stay westbound here. Band of Gun, what is going on? Rob, nice to see you, man. Happy Saturday, dude. There'd be no math. Yep. What's the water for? That's the joke. So I won't ruin it for you, but let's just say that it was one of those dad insisting things and the boys rebelling things. But it's like, I think there's almost like an entire chapter that's devoted to the water bag. The dad, the father figure in the story is a very dominant character, and like a big part of the book is just the boys kind of trying to please him, but also sort of become their own men, kind of get out of his shadow. And so that, like, the dad was famous for sort of, you know, being, I don't think intentionally overbearing, but he would sometimes just overdo it, like dads have a tendency to do, right? And the water bag was one of those things where he was insistent. You'll never make it to California without a water bag. Great characters throughout. The brothers, the dad, the Hank, the steerman man, which was only a few pages, but I think Hank the steerman man is my favorite character in the whole book. Yeah. Yeah. If more books were like that book, I probably would have been a better reader in school. Makes perfect sense to you? Yeah. Not a copy to be found in the Upper Hudson Library System. Oh man, M. Stein was looking to maybe do a little 5-finger discount, weren't you? There's our road, by the way. I'm a little bit. I need to kind of wander back up that way. Yep, the golden age. Yeah, the dad was obsessed with Stearmans. He thought that the Stearman was the perfect aircraft, and He was always talking about the steerman men of the West, and yeah, just I don't know. It's just has so many things that are, yeah, just excellent. So this is the border, by the way, of West Virginia. Sorry, actually, and Ohio. So which river would this be? Good fixins. What am I looking at here? Is this the Ohio River? Wraps around all the way. Is this? What am I looking at here? Okay, I'm going to get the timer going again. This next leg.
Vector for traffic.
I'm gonna say to Zanesville. We're looking at what are we doing? We're almost doing 70. Let me adjust my speed. This is one thing I love about Sky Vector, is it automatically adjusts this for me. So we should have, this should be about, whoops, this should be about a 59-minute leg here. So someone was saying back when they didn't have the written exam, the check ride was the instructor hopped out and you had to fly the maneuvers over the airport, then he'd get on the radio and tell you what to demonstrate, and he'd pass and fail. Oh man, wow. That's a little different approach. Holy cow. The one thing they did talk about in the book about what they really liked Ohio. You know, first of all, it was as far west as they had been at the time, and so they were kind of, you know, intoxicated with that. And but they had made it past their first big storm and had some nice, clear, smooth sailing. But they really liked just the farmland, and it was the first place where they said kind of everything just started to line up sort of east and west, and so it was like a little easier to navigate than some of the other places they'd had. I'm assuming they're a little further down the road, because this is definitely not your typical east-west farmland. So I do have Zanesville dialed in here, and again, all we're doing is following the turnpike. This was the Pennsylvania Turnpike, but now we're in Ohio. It's Interstate 70. Great flying country. That's what I hear, Cold Nebo. I've only been there once. I got to go there on a coaching clinic one year in the Canton Akron area, and I really liked it. Our hotel was an old, it was this old grain silo that had been renovated into a hotel. It was really awesome. It was unbelievable. We have a little bit of buildup out in front of us. I didn't really do the weather report beyond Washington County. That was not a good job by me, but got a little bit of buildup out there. I don't know if there's something coming our way or not. And it is a picture perfect bluebird day where I live. Almost no wind. In fact, I tried going out with the junior first officer to fly the kite, or fly a kite he had found today, and we didn't have enough wind. If you can believe it, did not have enough wind in the afternoon to fly his kite consistently. So I had to give up. It's just been just a beautiful, beautiful day, like low 80s, just perfect weather. Here, let's do this. Let's get you on the outside. get my ugly mug out of there so you can look at that thing of beauty. Somebody did mention that maybe the smoke from the oil is a little overdone. I don't know. I kind of like it. But I can tell you this. Other than the sounds being a little quiet, I think they've... The engine sound is just excellent. We've got one here at the local airport that flies over 2 or 3 mornings a week, and it sounds just like this. You can kind of hear that.
Is that correct for French flighting?
Good Lord, his mic is loud. Wow. Sorry about that.
1.07, thank you.
We must be very close to Frontier Flight 87. Anyway, you can just hear that that little bit of a sputter. It's not as smooth like a Skylane. It's more of a smooth, more of a buzz, you know. These Continentals have that little bit of a bada. And anyway, you know it before you even see it. You know the Cub's up. I basically live in the approach pattern, the westbound approach pattern of our airport, and so pretty much everybody that comes through comes over my house. I've learned to identify many aircraft just by sound alone. It's been kind of cool. Anybody doing cross the land right now, by the way? How's it going if you are? Or did you finish already?
Yeah, 587 done. Alright, we'll step away for like 10 minutes.
I know our friend Slant Alpha is currently en route to... Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Oh, nope, he is finished. Never mind. I'm so sorry. Oh, nope. Did he come our way? I don't know. But he, Slant Alpha did fly, and I'm trying to look to see if there's anybody else that's going right now. 757 Spy, of course, is flying. He's doing his in the 777, and Cross Hyperu is going. He's also in the 777. Nice. So there's a few of our buddies here. Chewy Nuts is Chewy's up. He's doing cross the land. Nice. Oh, it's been a while since I've said hello to Chewy. We're gonna have to go over after we're done here and say hi. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a chance to get out. If it wasn't cross the land, you were hopefully able to get out and do some flying today. You're prepping for flying the Ford Tri-Motor at SimVenture. Oh, you're gonna do the Tri-Motor. Nice. Yeah, it's coming up. I haven't decided what I'm gonna fly yet. Last year I flew the C-47, and I kind of chickened out. I was going to fly the Warbird Arrival, and I chickened out. I flew the regular Fisk. But somebody mentioned, I think it might have been Good Fixins that said it'd be fun to fly the Texan in and use that Warbird Arrival, and I agree, that would be fun. I see that sucker's on sale. Man, it is a very tempting X-plane purchase. Very tempting. Yeah, Cold Nebo, that excuse me, that SimVenture is a lot of fun. They have a Pilot Edge one, and that's SimVenture, and then they have one for for VATSIM, which is called VATventure, which is also not exactly at the same time, but close to it. I've never actually done SimVenture because I'm not on Pilot Edge, but I've done VATventure 5 or 6 times. It's a good time. Yep. The Texan's good. You've done the Warbird arrival in it with the Corsair. Ooh, yeah, yeah. How are we doing? How's our altitude here? Oh, we're doing great. Doing great. Going about every approach. Yeah, I've done... I think I have also. I think I've done an eastbound, a westbound, a north, and a south. Yeah. And including one year I got to land on the taxiway, which is whatever the 3-6 right or something like that they oh, you know what? I have not flown a helicopter. Cold Nebo, you have? Awesome. Now you land in a whole different spot for helis, right? Oh, and the ultralight. Doggone it, man. Cold Nebo. I may need to get some pointers on that. You did, Eric. You did a helicopter last year. I thought you did the trimotor last year. Is that AW109 working yet? Is it still glitchy McGlitchface? Oh, you did all of them last year. I got you. Cold Nebo, please share a link if you don't mind, so I can copy and paste. And I think I'm following you. Let me make sure I am. Oh, well, I don't know if I was or not, but I think I am now. Okay. Cold Nebo. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, so you flew the Beaver, the Bell, the trimotor. Okay, because I saw you horsing around with the trimotor. I guess I didn't realize you did more than just the trimotor. Maybe that's all you put on stream, or maybe that's all I was able to catch. I don't know, but
what is your launch number?
yeah, go. That's interesting. That's interesting. I usually just pick one plane a year to do.
Freeway 107.
Ah, I see. I see.
7.
That's awesome. There we go. There's Cold Nebo. There's his collection. Thank you for posting that. What I do when I'm flying is, especially when I'm doing something where I have to hand fly, is I get these links and I just paste them into where I'm at, so I can go back and look at them later on. So thank you for that, Cold Nebo.
And Center for Spirit Wings 107, in case you didn't slow us down anymore, you're going to have to listen to this. Spirit 107, rudder.
And hard to believe, here we are,
So out of curiosity,
not really even the beginning of July anymore, kind of almost creeping up on the middle of July.
You're coming up on that red tape at the bottom, aren't you?
End of the first week, basically. There we go. Got that in there, ready to go. Oops. All right. You set aside an approach in the Beaver and a few other planes, yeah. Do you try to fly them on Pilot Edge mostly then, Eric, or do you try to do some VATventure stuff also? I got 13 minutes and 20 seconds, by the way, and I am... We don't have a whole lot of landmarks other than this interstate here, so this is kind of cool, though. What do we got? What's this business? Kind of weird Ohio stuff is going on down here. Some sort of weird farm ritual or something. Gonna have a group fly-in for helis. You've never done the VATventure one, okay.
We are close to the Foxtrot Lima Mike VOR. there you are. Contact in the center on 128.07.
What is this little place down here? Good fixins, what's going on down here?
100 day speed. Speedbird 243, welcome back. Contact Atlanta Center on
Some parking lot area here. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Got the junior... A junior flight engineer. She's a 1-year-old boss at the house. I'll turn the camera on. Where am I? Just crossed over the river, just west of Wheeling. What is this place? What am I looking at here? When you get to Newark, watch for the Longaberger Basket headquarters. I don't know what that is. Looks cool from the air, though. Yeah, I would estimate that we are by between St. Clairsville and Barmsville. This is it's on Route 16, which is north of I-70. Okay, I'll try to keep an eyeball out for it. Oh, there's a bunch of these little. I must be flying over. This must be St. Clairsville, the city of St. Clairsville. Oh yeah, here we got a lake. Okay, what's our lake? Oh, this is Lake. This looks like Lake Piedmont. I'm sorry, Piedmont Lake. Yeah, like a basket. What is it? What is that exactly? Longaberger basket. What is a Longaberger basket? I'm not from around here. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a food chain. Craving a Longaberger.
United 587.
Old people collect the baskets. Ah, okay. Interesting. Could be the fairgrounds, 3 to 4 miles. Yes, I think I'm seeing this lake here. I think is Piedmont Lake. So I was thinking. Actually, at first I was thinking that we were going past St. Clairsville, but we may be more like kind of in this area here, north of Bethesda. Anyway, I know we're in this area because again, I believe that's Piedmont Lake. There's a lake north of Cambridge also. Where's Cambridge? Oh, you think I'm all down here already? Yeah, that could be. So, I guess we'll look for this little four-way Highway 77 and Highway 70. That would kind of break the tie there, wouldn't it? Oh, your brother-in-law lives in that part of the state. Man, this is beautiful up here. Look for the largest airport. Yeah, south of... good call, yep. So, once we get to... Okay, so as I get... I haven't seen any other lakes, but that doesn't mean there wasn't one back here that I wasn't just paying attention to. Because this could very well be... Yeah, this is... doesn't really say what the lake is. But there's also... Here's the other thing that'll give it away, is that there's a lake to the south of town also.
107, contact Center 12.
If we're coming up on Cambridge, there's a lake north and a lake south, and there's so we'll be able to tell what it is, one way or the other.
340, double check your altimeter. I'm showing you at 5,500.
Just discovered the brain fart on your part. Scotty Bob's isn't for the J-3. It's for the flight replica. Oh, so it's that's an X-plane livery then, isn't it? Well, that's okay. Just crushed my dreams, Peter Mooney. No big deal. Look at my 7 or 8 o'clock. Is there an airport there?
Outbound American 44.
Not that I see.
340, happy birthday.
Maybe there's one right there, I guess.
American 4404.
I'm looking more, though, like there should be a lake right here, and there isn't.
United 587, you center radar contact lock.
7 to 8 o'clock. Alright, sorry. There's nothing back there. I'm an American. I'm not good at these directions. You're giving me the clock in metric units. I'm not good at that, Eric. You know that. This is Piedmont Lake, but yeah, because I'm only 20 minutes into this lake. There's no way if I'm down at Cambridge, I'm gonna be like I'm 2/3 of the way on a 1-hour lake. Yeah, I think we're okay, but and I don't see, again, we should see a divided 4-lane Interstate 76 little intersection here, which we don't see. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You're right to question my navigation skills, though, because if anybody watched my last VOD, I flew the DC-6 down to Reagan to do the river visual, and I botched the approach. Yeah, like big time botched the approach. Like completely missed the turn to fly outbound. I flew over the top of the airfield and had to actually come in from the south side. What we got here? What's going on down here, good fixins? Is somebody doing a controlled burn down there? So you guys got a lot of controlled burns down there in the Ohio area? No, Cold Nebo. Luckily, I managed to stay. I managed to stay out of the P-56. So I was a little east of that area, luckily, but pretty much flew kind of. Well, actually, you know what, Cold Nebo? I need to go back and look because I might not have been. I might have been right over the top. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about it. I might have been right over the top of it. Lord. It was not pretty. I did get the DC-6 down on the runway, though, successfully. We ended up flying the LDA because it was too overcast to fly the river visual. So, yeah, Fixie, it might have been a bust. Might have been a bust. If there's any way I can look at this without... I'm gonna pull this up on the other screen here and see if I can find it. Now I'm curious. The funny part of it was, oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. The funny part of it was that Slant Alpha was watching, and he's one of the actual controllers at Reagan from time to time. Okay, here you go, guys. So I'm going to do my best just to keep it level. This was me. So I was supposed to... there's no way I'll be able to do that. Let's... okay, here we go. So I was coming in from the north from Kennedy. I was supposed to turn outbound right about here, and then you pick up Fergie and you fly it on in, right? Well, for some reason I missed that turn, and I just flew basically right over the airport. Do you think I did? Did I? I had to have busted. That's got to be a bust, right? Because you have to stay either west here or to the east. That's a total bust. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised I didn't have a number to call. It was a total bust. Whoops. Ah, crap. Where am I? What am I doing? Lost my road probably here. Nope, there it is. Oops. Yeah. I managed to, I mean, I had to wander to find, well, so I had the LDA set up, so I had a localizer, but I had to kind of wandered to stay on that, and then at the same time I was trying to find the river just to kind of make sure I was where I was at, and finally at the very end, about the last 3 minutes, I saw the Washington Monument, and I just happened to be pretty close to the river and pretty close to the right altitude, so I mean it worked out. It was nice, but it was definitely not. I even mentioned that. I'm like, I hope Kenny Wasser's not getting a call to get his F-16 up. But anyway, it happened. It happens. All right, if we make it to. We're going to definitely make it to Zanesville. I feel like I've got enough fuel to make it to Zanesville. That might be where we stop. Be almost halfway.
United 111, Indy Center, good evening.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I would have, the funny thing too, if you watch the video, I wouldn't have realized it for quite a while, but Slant Alpha kind of dropped a hint. He's like, you might want to check your lateral navigation. I'm like, oh boy. As soon as he said that, I'm like, what have I done? What have I done? Sure enough. And the sad part was, I was even cheating. I was using the GPS. So it wasn't like I was trying to work off of a, you know, a radial or something. I have no idea why it didn't turn. Had the approach loaded in, had everything. It should have just followed the magenta line. But alas.
Papa X-ray Victor into the blue green. Papa X-ray Victor is the one that needs to cross. Yeah.
Alright, I'm at 4.5, or I'm at 4,000. I need to either climb 500 feet or descend 2,500, don't I? I think we're going to start heading down. We've been up here high enough, long enough.
FedEx 147, heavy contact, message center 132.55. 132.55, good day. Heavy sensor, blue versus 185, with the slightly low 40,
You're going to want to tighten up your seatbelt though, guys, because we may, whoops, may get to 80 miles an hour here on the descent, so be careful.
Starfleet 1, Indy Center, good evening.
Well, Peter Mooney, I still want to coordinate with you as far as the flight goes, and I'll share my information, you share yours, and between the two of us, maybe we can come up with a, I don't know, I have a feeling that you're going to miss details that or you're going to catch details that I've missed, and I might have a few things that stood out to me in the book that didn't necessarily to you. I'd love to just compare and see what you've come up with as well. It's been kind of fun because I've read the book twice, and I'm going through it a third time, and I'm just trying to, since I've got this plane, I've been trying to go through it and just pay particular attention to the route, and I have grabbed a couple of little nuggets that I didn't catch before, and so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I've actually started a new document that's kind of got, like, instead of all my little snips and notes and all that good stuff, it's like got sort of the clean version of, you know, what they used to navigate from their point A to point B. And where it's going to get tricky is once we get down into Texas, actually, because that just becomes pretty flat and not featureless per se, but like not not a lot of towns and not a lot of roads, and so that's where they really started pulling out the compass and the stopwatch and doing that true dead reckoning. And he reported in one of his chapters, like, he was basically trying to go like about 10 miles at a time to try to find any distinct feature on his sectional or the map that he had. And he's like, sometimes we'd come up on a town, I'd be right on the money, and sometimes I'd be 20 miles off. And it kind of reminded me of when I was first learning how to fly the Aeroworks DC-3 in X-Plane 11. I did a route called the Blue Spruce Route, and it's the route that the U.S. military used to ferry DC-3s, among other planes, from the east coast of the U.S. over to Great Britain. And basically it kind of goes up through Greenland and Iceland, but there's several parts of the flight that are out over open ocean. And of course, in those days, there were no VORs, there was none of that stuff. Hey Mike, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. But the Navigator on those journeys, man, they were the heroes, because they were working off of sometimes incomplete maps, and a lot of times they were using celestial navigation when they could, and if not, they actually had developed ways to look at the waves on the ocean to calculate wind drift and all that stuff. But they would say, because they were using basically compass and stopwatch as well, they had to plan for magnetic drift and all that stuff too. But anyway, they would say a good day of flying for them would be if they were able to get their aircraft within 100 miles of where they wanted to be. Like from Greenland to Iceland, if they were within 100 miles, that was a pretty good day of navigating. So I just thought that was an incredible time as well. Mike, how are you, man? What'd you fly? Were you doing cross the land by chance? How the heck are you? We're doing a leg from Washington County towards East Richmond in the Classic Air Simulations J-3 Cub. I'm talking about that book from Rinker Buck called Flight of Passage. You did it. A little MMUN to CYW. So Winnipeg and I don't know what MMUN is. Somewhere down in the Caribbean. Good. I hope it went well. Cancun. All right. There you go. Oh, Mexico. Yeah. Hope it went well. It looked like a good group. Great ATC coverage. As a result, man, just about everything from Denver on over was staffed, which is awesome. I wonder if it still is. I'm just going to show you that. I'm not able to really Volanta stock very well when I'm flying this plane. Yeah, still pretty good coverage. Still a good string going here, and yeah, looks like Chicago was one of the busier featured fields. Yeah, minus a hiccup with ATC in Cancun. Ah, very nice. The next lake, Buckeye Lake. Now, that's the problem with being low like this, is you don't see the lakes quite as soon, do you? Let's see here, Cold Nebo. It's an excellent question. So we just flew by Piedmont Lake, and we've got down here Senecaville Lake, and I don't know what the name of this lake here is. It doesn't really have a name, but it might be, I suppose. I'm looking for this good four-way intersection so that I can verify that we're at Cambridge.
Turn right heading 090. 090,
Peter Mooney, Sharon. All right. Well, so what are we looking at now there, Peter Mooney? Are you going to break my heart again? Nice looking livery. Whoops. Let's stay focused here. It is MSFS. All right. Okay. Very nice. So, I'm lower than I wanted to be here, guys. Stand by for just a second. Let's climb out. $10 at in the marketplace. Oh, for the livery. Oh, holy cow. Not the livery. Oh, the plane. The plane. Oh, I got you. The plane. The plane.
And good afternoon, Indianapolis Center, Envoy 74,
okay.
level 360, checking in.
I will have to go check it out.
Envoy 74, 58, Center 11.
That's kind of what I felt like, Pixie. All of a sudden I'm having trouble climbing here, guys. What's going on? About 20 nautical miles, what are you thinking? Yeah. I gotta get myself back up here, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm fully walled here. I don't want to be at 1,800 feet though.
Indy Center, good evening. UPS 1582 Heavy with you, flight level 340.
Let's climb back up here.
Thanks.
American 4404, contact Indy Center 128.07.
Nice to hear you laughing there, rascal. What do you have? Business card? Oh. "38 minutes in, so we should be getting close to Cambridge."
United 1784, what is your Mach number?
Boy, I am really struggling to climb here, guys.
74, what is yours?
Not sure why. Let's get back to 2.5, and then I'll level out, try to build some airspeed. We're doing 70.
Sorry, Mach 0.84, United.
Oh, interesting.
United 9074, Roger, for spacing in trail to O'Hare, maintain 0.78 knots.
Mach 0.878, United 9074.
United 1684, maintain.
Tempted to go down there and
0.78.
look at that little field. That looks awesome, doesn't it? That's just too tempting. Look at that. Is that another airfield?
United 1684, just a heads up, you're going to be on that heading for approximately.
You know what? In the book, the boys, they didn't just fly. They had some fun. Let's go down and do a little touch and go down there. What do you say?
Everybody else going to O'Hare, and
we've got plenty of fuel. We're not making it all the way to East Richmond anyway.
All right, we'll expect on the setting for another 30 miles, and we'll expect for it to head this way. Virgin 185 Whiskey, what is your Mach number currently? United 1537 Center, welcome. Virgin 185 Whiskey, Center.
It's like that little hammerhead there, Eric.
What is your current Mach number?
Decimal 84.
No
Any
rip.
chance you can push it up?
Watch me slip this bad boy down here. I've been watching some how-to videos, but
You said 84.
A-Farm, Decimal 84.
Starfleet 1. What is your Mach number currently?
0.81, sir. Starfleet 1.
Been watching some how-to videos. I am slipping like a big son of a gun right now, and I'm slipping into the side with my that the door's open, which will help with the drag even better. Look at this cool little airstrip, you guys. How about that, up on a little hill?
United 80.
Kind of neat.
65, maintain 0.81.
Alright, I think we can do a little touch and go here.
I'm the fish finder.
Maintain 0.81.
I'm not convinced this is an airstrip now that I get down here.
United 1537, instead of maintain flight level. Actually, this is correct.
There's the touch,
Yeah, United 1537. I thought I
and
was
there's the go. That may not have been an airstrip. Step on the high wing. Yeah, baby. We may have boxed ourselves in a little bit here, gentlemen.
United 1684, left turn heading 0.
That was Brothers Aviation, an uncharted field. I love it. I love it. I need to do more of that on this little adventure. All right, let's get back heading to the west. That other strip that was more of a dirt-looking strip was probably would have been a better one to hit, wouldn't it have? That's all right. I bet there's just a million of those in this country. Brett, can you confirm? The other one is LaRue. I bet there's just a million of them. If we see LaRue, we'll make a low pass at LaRue also. So if that's LaRue, then we're almost to Cambridge. That's cool. Yep, you're right. I think we know where we're at. Where's my interstate?
The stack flight level is Virgin 185.
Well, so that's a pretty good wing over, though. You got to admit. I think it might be the first wing over I've done in this plane. Best climb speed's 55. Oh, I'm doing more than that. See a group of towers 10 o'clock. All right, 10 o'clock. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yep, I see him. Right over there. Cruise is 2150 for 73. I wondered about that. I've been trying to just set at 2200. Been trying to climb at about 24. Ooh, there's our highway. Are we past LaRue now? We must be past LaRue. Ooh, there's a tower. We didn't miss that tower by much. Let me tell you. Alright, so what's the CTAF here at Zanesville? 23 nothing. Let's be neighborly. And let's at least make a CTAF call. We're not there yet, but we'll be there soon. Yeah, we must have went past LaRue a little bit, huh? Okay. Alright, keep your eyes peeled. I wouldn't mind doing that a little bit more, honestly. I get sometimes so focused on these flights about just making sure I'm staying on track, and at the end of the day, right, we got to get to the Pacific Ocean. This plane's like the VW bug of planes. The everyman's plane. Designed by a Nazi Führer in World War II era. Yeah, just like the VW, Cold Nebo. Just kidding. I know what you mean. I'd love to fly in something like this. I think it'd be a blast, an absolute blast. But I think even a J-3 Cub is like just out of like everybody but the top 5% of the world's price range, right? Like, you might be able to buy one for the price of a vehicle, but then there's our intersection, so we should have our airfield just right down here. Yep, there it is. Sure enough, Cambridge. There it is. Cambridge traffic. Cub November 11816 is going to be making a low pass from the north. Just an inspection past Cambridge. But yeah, just the maintenance and the storage and all that stuff is what kills you. I can't even imagine, even with a simple plane like this, how much it is per year. And I'm assuming that a J-3 Cub is the price of a vehicle. It might not be. It may be more. It might be six figures. I don't know. I know that there's a place in Wyoming that makes the Super Cubs, and those things start at about $100,000, cheaper than a Cirrus. Well, yeah, this is true. All right, so here we go. This is Cambridge Municipal, Charlie Delta India. Cambridge traffic, Cub 816, low pass, runway 22 will be departing the area westbound, Cambridge. Now, this is a decent little default strip. Got some nice buildings there. Heck yeah. Little crabby crab. Oh, not too bad actually. Get up and over the terrain here before we get too crazy. I'm saying Cold Nebo 55 is what I'm looking for. If you can afford one airplane, you can afford two. Yeah, you're thinking probably under 50K to buy one. Yeah, and absolutely cheap in aviation terms. So then I think again you would want to just research like how much does it cost per year to rent the hangar, and it needs an annual, and blah blah blah. What's the fuel cost and all that stuff. But that was one of the cool things in the book, that they one of the places they stopped, they were having some problems. Obviously a cross-country trip is not going to go without a few hiccups. But one of the places they stopped, the local mechanic came out and freaking basically just did a 100-hour little overhaul for him for free, because he knew at that point in time word was out that what they were doing, and when they were stopping at these little airports, they never knew where they were going to stop, and so the press wasn't able to track them. I just did something, and I've got, what have I done? Like I have oh gosh, what is that? I have something bound to my enter key. Good Lord, what have I... Sorry guys, I gotta take a look. I've got some kind of a trim surface or something bound to my enter key. What in the heck? Enter. Developer mode. No. Rudder right yaw. What the crap? So what would be rudder left yaw? Don't want that. Let's clear that. I don't want that. Things that make you go, rudder. So I want rudder left yaw. Let's see if I can find it. Rudder left. So there's nothing set to that. Okay, so let's apply and save. Let's see. There we go. So that was taking my freaking rudder and forcing it to the side. That was no bueno. Alright, so there's Cambridge, and just another little quick, probably 10 minutes or so, we'll be at Zanesville. And looking at my dipstick, I'm thinking that's going to be a good place to stop. And also looking at my clock on the wall, I think it's going to be the place that I'm going to have to stop for today. So I do apologize. I know it's kind of a short stream, but considering the fact that I didn't think I was going to be able to stream at all, I'm actually happy I was able to get up in the old Cub. And alright, so Zanesville, I'm getting a weather report here off of SkyVet. You're kind of cheating, I know, but 240 at 7, 299 7. It is ZZ Victor, a firm, Peter. Zulu Victor, where I'm going to stop. This was not one of the stops that they actually made. By the way, in the book, they flew by this field, but again, they made it all the way from Washington County to the town of Richmond, Indiana, and they stopped at a Stearman field east of the town. Hey, Drobart, welcome. So our CTAF into Zanesville is also 123.0. So I'm just going to leave that in there, and we'll call it good. So we're going to plan. Looks like they've got runway 22. I think we'll plan runway 22. As I just look at the chart here, runway 22 left-hand pattern to runway 22. Yeah, I don't know, Cold Nebo. I think it was kind of cool, like, from what I remember, and I haven't got to that part of the book yet, but from what I remember, the guy was able to pretty much tear it apart and put it back together in a like a day. Like he took it from when they pulled in with the engine problem and had it ready to go for the next day, and he was pretty sure he knew what the problem was, and he just like I said, once he figured out that he was working on kind of this famous cross-country deal, he said, yeah, I'll just do it for free. What server am I on? This is a very good question, Peter. Probably East Europe. How do I know? I don't even know. How do I tell? North Europe. but I'm on VATSIM. That's the biggie. All right, I gotta pay attention here. Yeah, Zanesville. I'm just gonna stay on the interstate here, and we're gonna try to find try to find the Zanesville Municipal. It's a paved 2-runway airport, so it should be pretty easy to find. It's to the south of our interstate here as well, so hopefully we'll be able to dial it in. And I tell you what, later tonight, what I've kind of been discovering at, like, you know how when you have company, your house sort of develops a new sort of rhythm and routine, and what I've been discovering here is that around 8 o'clock in the evening my time, which is about 4 hours from now, is kind of when everybody starts getting wound down and heading to bed. So if that happens again tonight, then maybe what I'll do is try to come back on and fly this this last little hoppity hop from Zanesville to East Richmond. I'll let you know, though. I'll throw it up on the Discord like I always do and let you know. But that'd be kind of fun. Last night what I did was, which was sort of fun also, I've been doing this a little bit more since I bought that 777, is I'll start a flight like a long haul flight at about 10 o'clock or later my time, and then I'll go to bed and I'll wake up the next morning and finish it. You know, I'll jump off of VATSIM obviously and just let it fly all night long. I've done that now a couple times. It's kind of fun. You get all the fun of setting the flight up and kind of departing. I'll fly about the first hour of the flight, you know, and if there's ATC, I'll kind of work with them, and then at the end, same deal. I'll if there's no ATC, I'll connect, or if there is, but I'm out of the airspace, I'll connect. And so what I did last night was I flew from Dubai. So Dubai was just kind of like middle of the day, and got good ATC out of Dubai and set it headed south towards Cape Town. And then this morning I woke up and had a cup of coffee and jumped online. Some dude jumped online at Cape Town, and so it was really fun. You know, and you don't, like, I'm not really a big long haul guy because I don't want to just sit at my computer for 8 straight hours and look at the FMC, but that was a pretty fun way to do it, honestly. Cold Nebo says, I can't believe they made it in 6 days. Oh gosh, yeah, no kidding. And you're absolutely right. You could drive it in probably 3 days, right? But not even close to being as fun. 100% correct. Beethoven, hey Chris, you snuck in on me there, my good man. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. 8 hours in a Cub hand flying, yeah. But I mean, let's be honest, right? Though this isn't your, like. And I don't know because I've never done it in real life, but this to me looks like it would be one of the easier planes to hand fly until you get weather, right? Then I think it's crazy. Hey, bud. What's up, dude? You did what? You are, or you did? Did you go already? Oh, okay. Hey, come say hi to some people for me. I got my flight sim friends. Say Peter Mooney is simply the best.
Peter Mooney is simply the best.
Say hi, Cold Nebo.
Hi, Cold Nebo.
Say, what's going on, Beethoven?
What's going on, Beethoven?
Isn't that a cool name, Beethoven?
Yeah.
and my friend Eric, say, Eric is from Norway and he wants you to say something that's kind of naughty. Say, Eric, I like your beaver.
Eric, I like your beaver.
He flies an airplane called the Beaver. Isn't that crazy? Yes, Cold Nebo, I know. That's what I was trying to stay away from. Who else is here? Did you say hi to Drobart yet?
Oh,
All right, he's got to go. There you go. The junior first officer. There you go, you guys. He's on his way to McDonald's for some chicken nuggets. So Cold Nebo, here's the thing. So like the entire purpose of my stream is to save videos on YouTube for them to discover later on when they're older. And this is going to be one that he's going to just laugh his butt off. I've secretly been I set up email accounts for them when they were born, and I've been sending them emails fairly regularly, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna tell them about the emails, because it'll have all the information. They have no idea that I stream. They have no idea about my YouTube, none of that, right? But at a certain point, I'm gonna let them in on it so they can kind of catch up. I don't know if I'll do it like as a graduation present, because I'd kind of like them to find out about things while I'm still young enough that there's the possibility that we could potentially maybe fly online together, you know, because who knows where they'll be, right? They may be in Oslo, Norway or something when they graduate. I don't know, geez. But so anyway, that's what we got going. So the entire deal is just about getting like video memories of their grandpa, you know. Like I think about that. Well, what wouldn't I give? You know, they used to have the old handheld cameras, right? And we would play the, you know, you'd have the film strip that you'd play on the old projector. I loved that stuff, and man, what I wouldn't give for 5 minutes of a video of my grandpa flying, talking about me or something like that, right? I don't know. Do not accept a station in Greenland. Noted. He doesn't see your name. Well, I know, Drobart, because you keep changing it every 2 weeks. You're lucky I remember with my old brain. I hope he was able to say hello to everybody. But anyway. Well, I see by the dipstick out the window we're close, guys. So hopefully we're getting there. We got to be getting close here. There is there's a town. The town of Zanesville is after the airport, right? So here's the airport we're aiming for. Here's the town of Zanesville. So if we get to the town, there's also some towers I could have been probably paying attention to. If we hit the town, we know we've gone too far. You know, we don't. It's not like we have a lot of extra fuel to mess around with. So anyway, I do think they'll think it's silly at first, but I just hope, like, you know, like he's a second grader, right? So it's going to be 10 years before he graduates. Is YouTube even going to be a thing in 10 years? I mean, who knows, right? But I hope that I can plant the seed of aviation love. I don't know, because I was his age when my grandpa took me up in November 11816, a Cessna 152. Which, by the way, there's an outside chance I'm going to take a little pilgrimage flight drive to find that. I know where it's located, and I'm thinking this summer I might be able to get there. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but anyway, yeah, I was his age, and so that's kind of what got the love of airplanes started. And I don't know, he's got a lot of hours in my sim too. He likes to sit down and fly around and do what everybody does when they are on the sim. They like to go find their house, and he likes to fly around and see the different railroads and things like that, you know. Anyway, so I just hope it's, yeah, that's kind of what I hope it turns into. Now his sister, I have no idea. she's a different kid, different personality, and might have no interest at all. I don't know. Who knows? Then again, she might be the one that loves it, and he might think something else is cool. So I don't know. But it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I would get a kick out of it though, Eric, if they somehow accidentally learned VOR navigation from one of their grandpa's old videos. That'd be kind of cool. I think I see a beacon over here, you guys. Start heading that way. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is about 3 miles east of the field at 1,500 inbound runway 22, Zanesville. I think I'm just going to jump in a left-hand base for 22, and we're going to take it straight on, roughly straight on in here. Zanesville is, I'm a little low. It's saying 900 foot elevation, so I'm a little low. I'm not exactly pattern altitude here, but that's all right. We're among friends. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is going to enter a left-hand base, extended left-hand base runway 22, Zanesville. Now I'm only seeing one airport here. Or, sorry, one runway here. The sectional shows 2. We may just make a low pass here. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is left base runway 22, Zanesville. Yeah, I see on the sectional 2 runways. You're loaded in and there are 2, so maybe this is not the right airport. Is that what you're saying, Peter? This may not be the correct airport. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is going to make a low pass north to south. It's possible we've misidentified the airport, Zanesville. We may not have the right airport here, guys. Toga dog on the runway. If this says 22, then at least we have... Alright, so then the other runway is... Yeah, this one, I think we're okay. And Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is going to make a low pass runway 22 and stay in the pattern, left-hand pattern, or full stop 22 Zanesville. Yeah, so windsock is showing a little bit of a crosswind. Alright, I see you, Peter Mooney. Peter, I'm really sorry that I'm not going to be able to fly a further leg with you here, but feel free to take it to East Richmond, man, and I'll meet you there. Yep. Awesome. The buildings could use a little work here. Oh, there we go. There's our other runway. There's our crosswind runway. That runway actually might be a better... I don't know. Actually, the windsocks are in different directions. Yeah, we'll just stay here. Alright, 900 feet. Let's fly a right good pattern here. What do you say? Close on a good pattern. Scotty's going to be streaming this evening. Yeah, possibly. I'll coordinate with you because I'll probably come watch. I've been watching late night at the Scotty T. Vrati channel here. That's been some good entertainment. But yeah, I'll coordinate with you. I would love to get this all the way into East Richmond tonight. That'd be awesome. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is left crosswind, runway 22, Zanesville. Oh, hey, hello. What's up, Eric? Nice to see you, sir. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is left downwind 22, Zanesville. Eric, were you doing cross the land today? How's it going, man? I think I was Volata stalking you as I was setting up my stream, but I can't remember what you were flying. Welcome. We're just wrapping things up here, just doing one last little pattern. This is Zanesville, Ohio. We're doing a little fuel stop, and I've got to hop out of the flight deck and into my barbecue grill apron. Get dinner ready for the crew. Down on the ground, you'll see Peter Mooney. He's, I'm going to hand the airmail bag to him, and he's going to take it the rest of the way to East Richmond. All right, down we go. So it'll be a right-hand turn off over to the buildingless ramp area. And the rest of the world looks great. All these buildings here. It's just too bad it didn't auto-generate anything on at the airport. I'm really having high hopes on VATSIM 24 that the default airports look nicer than they do, for sure. Okay. Fighting a little crosswind here. Probably took us out a little far. Not exactly the tightest pattern, but not horrible either. Not horrible. Zanesville traffic. Cub 816 is left base, runway 22. Zanesville. Alright. We need to be 900 is what we're looking for here. Still a bit high. Oh, we're way high. Jeez. Time to slip. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 is final 22, Zanesville. Alright, wind's coming off our left, so we're going to swing it around here. Come off the slip, get it lined up. There we go. That's not bad. Get the lawnmower engine going here again. Try to get that left skid down first if we can. Left tire down first if we can. Keep that tail from going crazy. Might not make that one. Zanesville traffic, Cub 816 will be exiting on runway 34, Zanesville. Alright, welcome guys. And again, I apologize that I can't do a longer leg today, but Wasn't sure I was going to be able to even do this much of it, so I'm happy we got this in. And if things kind of shake out the way they have been the last couple nights, I'm hoping to be back maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening my time, which is, gosh, about 3 in the morning.
Thanks for subscribing.
Whoa, I'm going too fast. I think my wife might be hollering at me right now. But anyway, I'll let you know. I'll let you know on the Discord what's going on there. And Jeffrey B has come in. Yes, dear. You're going to Wendy's? Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
Yeah, the Wendy's going for not.
Dave's double. Yeah.
No drink.
I'll just no, I'm okay. I'm still working on my one. Thanks. Oh, I don't know. I didn't realize. Yeah, no doubt. All right, thank you. I'll just share some fries with you if that's all right. Well, never mind. I don't have to not get in the saucy nuggets. I did get those the other day. They're not too bad.
Hello. Test,
Well,
test,
Jeffrey,
test.
thank you so very much, my friend. Anyway, so if I do make it back here to finish this, I'm trying to get to East Richmond, or the field East Richmond. If I'm able to finish up tonight, I'll let you guys all know. But yeah, had a nice group today, just hanging out. It was really cool. And there we go. Peter Mooney in the anonymous livery there, apparently. I don't know what's going on with my CSL there, but yeah. Oh, hey. But yes, indeed. Yes. Oh, there it has. Oh no, it doesn't. Interesting. Yeah, it is a Cub. It just has a little weirdness going on with the tail, with the yeah, the livery number there. But all right, Fixie, I did. Pankerman, first time chat. Hello. Yep, another Cub, Cold Nebo. So, all right. Well, let's hop in. Let's do a full shutdown. I don't have to be in quite as big of a hurry as I thought I did, but I still do need to kind of finish things up. Now, I learned in reading and researching that you let the airplane idle for just a little bit, and then you shut the engine off by turning off the mags, but you don't worry about the fuel cutoff, because apparently this fuel cutoff lever has a history of sticking and not reopening very easily. So yeah, what is good? Well, you know, just doing some Cub flying, and so life is good when you're in the Piper Cub. Yeah, so yeah, I've just been leaving it on, and yeah, so we top up the oil. We can, yeah, we're down to about 2.8 gallons. We'll just put some fuel in there for next time. And again, I'm kind of cheating here. You can actually put the gas can on the outside, right? You guys all know about this, don't you? And you can actually fuel up. You pop this guy off, right? You guys have seen this, right? And you put the lime into coconut. Anyway, we're already full, so we don't want to do that because it will overfill. And I'm filling up Peter Mooney's at the same time, which is just the kind of guy that I am. And Peter shared one more thing here. Oh yeah, there you go. He's in the one. Yeah, so this is what it ought to look like. So Peter's in the one. So who makes this then, Peter Mooney? If you don't mind me asking. He said it's on the marketplace. Who makes this version? Because this is not a classic air sim Cub, if I'm not mistaken. That looks great though. I love that. That's, yeah, anyway. I have lost my place, but yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna hop back in here because I want to do the tie downs and all that good stuff. So we tie down here and here. We get the chocks are in, and I'm not really going to do anything else here. I think we're good with that. Flight replica. Oh, that was the one you were talking about. Duh. Jeez, look, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, as you guys all know. Can't have too many. I'm gonna have to check that out. Flight replica. I don't know how. Like, wasn't there a flight replica Cub in X-Plane as well? That's kind of what I was. Maybe that was my confusion, but I'll have to look at that after we get offline here. So there was okay. It's the stock one. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're new to X-Plane. Ground handling is excellent. I heard though that the default one in X-Plane 12 is quite good, and there's a King Cub mod to it that makes it just unbelievable. And then there is a reality expansion pack add-on that from what I've been told, makes it like the best Cub in X-Plane. So I don't have that, but some friends say that it just fine tunes the engines, the engine management, all that stuff there. Fixie says Sim Solution made a J-3 Cub, but it hasn't been updated for a while. Okay. Panger Man, thank you for the follow. And Jeffrey B again, thank you for 52 months. I toast you with the Diet Dr. Pepper. Skull. Did Jeffrey, did you fly and cross the land, or did you have any traffic into LaGuardia? Cross the land? All right, yeah, we got lots of research to do, Cold Nebo, no doubt about that. All right, I'm gonna kind of get things wrapped up here, and yeah, I better go figure out what's going on with dinner. So here you go.
Thanks for watching my papa.
I do really thank you guys for coming by today. Just again, kind of an impromptu deal, and it was a short one. Sorry, kind of like a one and done type of thing. Although we did do a touch and go at a very sketchy grass field that we just almost didn't make it out of. But Jeffrey, you said you had some other stuff going on. Oh, I understand. I understand that. Yeah, it's been one of those days here. The Mrs. B had some other stuff that you were helping with. Ah, very nice, very nice. Cold Nebo, thank you for stopping by. Mod Duties call for Peter. All right, yes, indeed. I hope to be around to visit with you and coordinate the rest of that stuff with you as well, Peter. Thank you as well for stopping by. Dixie, good to see you. Pangaman, thanks for the follow. Jeffrey B, thank you again for the re-ascription. 52 months. Eric Flight and Flying with Mike, thank you both for the raids. I don't know if you're still here or not, but always great to see you guys as well. Sim Mr. Egan also came in with a raid to kind of get the party started here. So thank you, Mr. Egan, if you're still here, and everybody else that came by as well. Appreciate it again. Normally Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays are my streaming days, but with family in town, it's been a little chaotic as to when I've been able to stream, and so it just kind of, I try to put it up on Discord as soon as I possibly can when I know that I'm going to have a little bit of time. But anyway, thank you for your flexibility and just popping in. It's when you even come in for a little bit, man, that's time out of your day, man, and time is precious. That means a lot to me. So thank you so very much. I do plan on being back my regular time, which is on Tuesday. So I will let you know. I don't have anything official planned just yet, but I've got some ideas. So Tuesday at midnight Zulu is my next scheduled time. So that's kind of what's happening, but it's possible. Again, you never know. You might see me earlier, or I may have to cancel Tuesdays. So let's go say hi to Scotty to Hottie. Speaking of mod duties, I know Peter Mooney helps him out. Scotty is getting ready to do his thing over there on his channel. He's got a big heavy loaded up there. Holy cow! Let's go see what he has got going on. Yeah, so let me possibly get back with you later tonight to finish this leg up, and otherwise we'll see you on Tuesday. Can't wait to fly with you again. Thanks again for coming in, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless.